Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome to your Monday Night Live. We will wait for some people to come in the chat, but if you are watching this on the replay, please comment replay in the chat box or in the comments below. Look forward to speaking to some people today. If you are joining us for the first time, Monday Night Live with Frankie and Will goes out every Monday night at 7 p.m. We're going out across YouTube and Facebook right now, and we're looking forward to speaking to some people. Do you reckon it's going to be a good turnout tonight?
I think you've got a feeling a lot of people will come on tonight because there's no football tonight, is there?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So it's always better when there's no football, there's no distractions. You know, Liverpool aren't playing, United aren't playing. And I don't think there's any matches on tonight, really. Okay,
Sam, we're going to get loads of people in the chat. If you're joining the chat for the first time, tell us where you're tuning in from tonight. And do give us a thumb up on the vid. Look forward to speaking to some people. And the comments will start coming in shortly, I'm sure. So, yeah, tell us what's happening. Where are you tuning in from and what you're up to? We've got Bill Page is the first one that we can see the comment for. Hey, Guy, what's happening, fella? You okay? How are you doing, Bill?
Billy, how's it going?
Where's all the other comments? Come on, get them in, people. We've got, look forward to seeing you in Kent soon. Tell Bill about that.
Yeah, we're going down to Maidstone in Kent, and that's very soon. What's the date? It's not far away. It's in about 8 or 9 weeks' time, a couple of months' time. We've done it before. We've done it last year. And we had a fantastic night there. It was great. A lot of lads came over from Essex and places, Romford and whatever, you know. And, they were a great crowd, lovely crowd. I'd never worked Kent before, so I didn't know what it was going to be like. And I was very pleasantly surprised. They were brilliant.
Nice,
so really looking forward to going back there once again.
Getting a delivery here. I'm on the decaf coffee.
You.
What are you on?
I'm on this 190 calories or something.
You have one of them?
Yeah,
yeah, heavy. Like a diet bar. So let's talk to some people. We've got 54 people in the chat now. Let's get some more people in here. Whether you're watching on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. If you're watching on Facebook, get this shared, get more of your mates in, and give us a thumb up on the vid. But tell us where you're tuning in from tonight. It helps us out massively. And we're going to talk to everyone. We've got Chubbs coming in from Birmingham. James Wells in here. Evening, fellas. Hope you're well. Lee Patrick Taylor in the chat. Craigie Boy coming in from a wet and grey Edinburgh, capital of Scotland. Christine, hello boys from Middlesbrough. Angelo O'Driscoll's in here. We've got Lee coming in from Wimbledon. Rob Random says, Jesus, Vinnie Jones has let himself go.
Yeah.
Banter.
Never heard that before. Funny, funny that, mate.
Fucking hell, lad, the classic there. Simon Kirk, who's Liverpool? Evening, fellas. North Wales. Gordon coming in from Scotland, Kilmarnock, coming to see you next week.
Gordon, you're going to Blackpool then?
You're going to Blackpool in 11 days' time, mate.
That's a bit of a way, isn't it? Yeah.
Good on you, mate.
Good lad.
Are you staying over there? Obviously you are. Fill us in. What's happening? Jamie Freeman says, evening, lads. How's the route, Frankie?
Road?
How is it, yeah?
Fantastic, very big. Very big route.
Brilliant. Simo saying, get Walsall or Cannock sorted. How's it going, big man? When are you doing Hull again?
I'm not sure about a whole date. I know we're over in Yorkshire somewhere. We're doing Huddersfield. I know that's miles from you, about 100 miles, really, whatever. But I think that's the only place we've got technically in Yorkshire. We're not really doing Hull or Grimsby at the moment. We will be doing it, though.
Nice one. So, there's a decent dish, you know, like a lemon slice thing.
The chocolate thing I've had is great.
Only 90 calories, that, you know.
I know, it's lovely.
Okay, heavy. We've got a legend coming in here. He says, guess who? And he's from sunny Stratford-upon-Avon.
It must be Frank the Ghost, who's a legend down there, Stratford-upon-Avon. And like me lad, he loves his history. Like myself, I should say, he's a good lad, loves his history. And I said to him, I bet you've never been to William Shakespeare's birthplace. He has been there. He's been to Anne Hathaway's house as well. So a lad after my own heart, Frank the Ghost. And I'll be seeing you in Birmingham, Frank, don't forget.
Nice one. So tonight, if you don't know, Monday Night Live with the UK's most feared comedian, Frankie Allen, and myself, Will. We come on here every Monday night and just basically talk with you all, and have a little chat, and just see what everyone's been up to. Just
see what everybody kind of was still, even though we may be coming out of the lockdown totally or almost 90% on the 21st of June, technically we're still locked down, aren't we? There's still an awful lot of things we can't do, and let's face it, there's still a bit of an atmosphere. Things aren't back to normal. So this is great. You know, obviously we're not working this weekend. Got to wait till the 5th of June for the first job. So this is fantastic, communicating with people, interacting. Great. You're happy, I'm happy, Will's happy. fantastic. So keep the questions rolling in.
Nice one. And as I said, this is free and easy. We'll have a chat about whatever you guys want to chat about. Put your questions in the comments or whatever, and we'll get it sorted. So let's talk to some people. We've got John Smith coming in from, hello lads, from Plastic London, Watford. Come and visit the Coliseum. Now, John, we have actually got a date on sale now for Watford.
Okay.
It is in 11 weeks' time or 10 weeks' time.
What's the place called?
Mercure London Watford Hotel.
Okay.
And yeah, it's one of the gigs that we put in before lockdown happened, and it's been rescheduled, so it's going to take place then. If you want to come along, get it happen. Maybe the Coliseum will
Watford,
come in future.
Great place, home of Anthony Joshua and Elton John.
Legend. Craigie Boy says, Frankie, how many sugars do you take in your latte?
Don't take sugars in your latte. Just have the latte with no sugar because it's kind of sweeting up, innit? Don't like you drinking too many of them because it is fattening a latte, you know, when you drink latte. So I'm just having a tea at the moment. I drink a lot of tea, and I shouldn't do really because, like, the more tea I drink, the more I'm weak. And I've got a bit of a problem with my bladder and my prostate and things. I've had it for years. So I try, you know, after about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, not to drink too much, but sometimes you get thirsty and you can't help it.
Belter. Okay, we've got Richard Fagan who says, booked for Liverpool, been to Widnes last year, from Richie in Oral Park.
Okay.
Top lad, Richie, look forward to seeing you there. Paul Francis is asking you who your favourite comedian is, Frank.
I really haven't got a favourite comedian at the moment. As I've said before on this, I like a lot of the American comics, you know, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Stevie Lawrence, you know, there's some great, Steve Harvey, I should say, there's some great American comics. I mean, there's great comics here. I remember Bob Monkhouse, he was brilliant. Chubby Brown, brilliant, great mate of mine, and a great comic here. We've got some great comedians in this country. Jim Davidson.
Belter. Okay, Kieran Copeland, LFC top 4. Come on, the fellas. Yes, come on, the fellas.
Well, we've done fantastic, really. Nobody thought, even 3 or 4 weeks ago, they had any chance at all to get in the Champions League. We were 7th at one time, and with hardly any points. It looked terrible, but they've been on a fantastic run. I think it's 9 games they've gone unbeaten, 24 points from possible 27. So they've done absolutely marvellous. And back up in there next year, could win the Champions League, came in 3rd. Great. Lucky 3.
Good stuff. So, yeah, 10 minutes into the chat, 100 people in the chat now. Do give this a share if you're on Facebook. Give us a thumb up. But most importantly, tell us where you're tuning in from tonight. It does go a long way to help us organise our tour. And we want to know what you've been up to, or ask us any questions. Let's see what's happening. So, loads of questions coming in. Do you ever play golf, Frank?
No, I don't like golf. I'm not really into golf. A few years ago, a fella called Harry Barnes, he used to manage me, a fella from Manchester years ago, talking about 25, 30 years ago. He was playing in Liverpool, so he said, come along, he's playing golf at Chilwell Golf Club and be me caddy. Fucking hell, he's walking round all day, you know, from one fucking hole to the other. It's fucking horrible, you know. I just don't like golf.
Who was this that you went with?
Harry Barnes.
What were you doing? Were you just chilling?
I was his caddy.
Okay. Did he have to pay you for that?
No, he's a mate, wasn't he?
Oh,
you know.
Matt. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Frank. Interesting. Loads of boss questions coming in tonight. Frank,
okay.
Do you think comedy varies throughout the country, or does comedy travel anywhere? Regards, Steve from Burnley.
Well, it's a strange thing. I mean, it's difficult to explain this without being disrespectful to certain people. Anyone that lives in the countryside, anyone that lives in the towns, generally, you can't really, as a general rule, in the towns and in the cities, but a lot of hill areas as well, where he sort of, was that guy from Burnley, did he say?
Yeah, from Burnley.
From Burnley, yeah. Well, Burnley are a good crowd. They like it blue. A lot of places out in the sticks, they like you to swear a lot, and they pick up very, very quickly on the gags. There are certain places, there are certain crowds, nobody knows why. You go in there, you just don't connect with the audience, like putting a key in the lock. Sometimes it just doesn't work. For whatever reason, we don't know. But without saying different areas of the country, different classes of people, if I get a job in Manchester and it's in Wilmslow in Cheshire, that side of Manchester, I know that the audience will be snobby, so they won't really go for the language and the blue material. But if I'm working in Manchester and say it's the other side of Manchester, working in Salford, I know I can get away with murder, really. And that goes for every city in the UK. You know, basically, if you go to Liverpool, you know, if you're working in kind of like Formby, you've got to watch what you say. But if you're working kind of like in Croxteth or Toxteth, you can say basically what you want. So every city all over the UK is basically the same. Certain areas, not you can't generalise north, south, east, west. It's just every city's got its working class, and working class are my people. That's who I want to entertain, not snobs.
Nice one. What do you reckon on that, people? Tell us if you agree with Frank or what your thoughts are. Let's see what we've got. Did you contact the lads in Laugh Lane about the Parmo from the lads and dad detectorists? No, we didn't, but I need to get on that. That's a good show.
We're going to get on it. We've been busy this week organising shows and things, but we will get on it because last time we were up at Middlesbrough, we were with Camo, a mate of ours who's got this fantastic pizza restaurant. Went along with her with Jimmy Kilbo, our support comedian, and young Dave, who a lot of people remember from the vlogs. And young Dave actually sang a great operatic song, sings opera, and he sang actually in the restaurants. It was brilliant. We had a Parmo that night, and they're fantastic. So if I can get hold of another one in Liverpool, save me driving 200 miles there and back.
Yeah, okay. Michael Donaghy, mate, there's so many questions coming in here, but I needed to answer this because you have got the best banter I've heard in my life. Imagine this. Imagine he come out and said this in front of an audience. It's like, Blackpool, yeah, we're back on stage. I'll support it. And then Kilvo come up. Sorry, I'll host it. Kilvo come on support. And then you should go on. And then as an encore, we should bring this fella out.
Yeah,
and he's just going to open up with this. Do you still root in the bins for some food?
Oh, I'm going to use that. Yeah. Thanks very much for that, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I've worked on the club 40 years, mate, seen thousands of comedians, worked with thousands of comedians, studied comics, you know, I've got tapes and tapes and tapes, hundreds of thousands of comedians, know every gag in the book, got 3 hours of material in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I've heard some funny, you know, I've seen some fantastic comics, and I've heard some funny lines, funny ad-libs, people dealing with hecklers. But what you just said, do you root in the bin for food?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll use that, mate. I'll open up with that in Blackpool. The only thing is, all the other comics in the UK may come along and they may use it and they'll become multi-millionaires overnight for using that stupid fucking thing you said, you fucking dickhead.
Hey, nice one. Dean Russell's got tickets to see Frank in Maidstone in July. Can't wait. What a legend. We've got Rob Gray coming in from Cov. James Wells has asked, any plans for the show in the Whittle, lads? Now, before you should say that, I've just contacted the Floral Pavilion again this morning, and the girl was on maternity leave who I was doing the negotiations with. Hopefully we'll be back on we'll get to the Floral Pavilion for the first time. And
coincidentally, we were looking at the list really of people who bought tickets for the Liverpool show on Father's Day at the Grand Central and Grand Central Hall or Railroad, whatever you call it. I can't remember.
Why do you keep calling it Railroad?
Because there's a railway in America called the Grand Central, isn't it?
Okay.
Anyway, so a lot of the people who bought tickets have got CH postcodes, which is the Whittle, as you know. So a lot of people, very popular over there on the Whittle, yeah.
Okay, talk to some people. We've got Benny Davidson, as usual, always in the chat. Are there shows in Coventry? Richard saying, yes, there are shows in Coventry, mate. Just type in Frankie Allen Coventry into Google and that will come up. We've sold over 300 tickets for Coventry and they're hoping to sell that out very soon. We've got can't wait to see you on the 5th in Blackpool, Kaz Dobby.
Brilliant, Kaz.
That's Big Keith's missus.
Great.
Let's see. We've got. Have you ever been scared during one of your acts?
Yeah, I've been scared many times. Scared of not getting paid when I came off stage because nobody was laughing when I was on stage. I was having a bad time. When a comic goes out, and for whatever reason, normally with me, it used to be the fact that the audience may be a bit snobby, so they wouldn't laugh at my material because they thought it was too coarse, too vulgar for them. So a lot of these clubs that I used to play, these British Legion conservative clubs years ago, and Labour clubs, if you go on and you don't laugh, nobody's laughing at you, and you stay on stage for an hour, it's very embarrassing. But even worse than that, when you come off, they won't pay you. They go, oh, no, you're no good, fuck off home. You know, I might give you 20 quid for petrol. They used to just fuck it off. So, yeah, I've been scared of not getting paid. Not scared of an audience, scared of not getting paid.
Well, so we've got Sean Hughes who asks, is there any tickets left for Blackpool? As far as I am aware, Sean, right now, there is between 70 and 100 tickets left, which is less than 20% of the tickets left. They should go by the end of this week coming. They'll certainly be sold out on the day. Make sure you get them with the link. It's either above or below this video. All you got to do is click the link where it says come to see Frankie live. And yeah, going to be brilliant. Fat George has asked a question. I'll put this one to you.
Okay.
Are you bringing young Dave to Blackpool, lads?
Yes, we're bringing young Dave, and he will be with us on the 5th of June, as will Jimmy Kilvington and a few of our other friends we've invited. But young Dave will definitely be there.
Yeah, and that guy's a legend. For anyone who doesn't know who he is, he's the smartest dressed man in Liverpool. And you will see him in a wine bar, suited up like a mafia don near you. Let's see what we've got. Callum McKiernan says, I will give you that many left, you'll be begging me for the right.
That's one of my actual gags that I use in my act. Although, it's not mine actually. A fellow called Andy Fisher gave me that many, many years ago. Good lad, Andy. Okay, interesting questions coming through from everyone. As I said, please, this is free and easy. Let's just ask any questions that you would like. Sue Marshall says, can you pay on the door for the Liverpool gig? Sue, I expect the Liverpool show to sell out by the end of this week. So unfortunately, there will not be any tickets left on the door. If that's the case, as I expect it to sell out, if it miraculously randomly doesn't sell out, then yes, there will be tickets left on the door, but I would suggest to get them quick. What do you think, Frank? It's got to sell out, seriously.
Yeah.
So you want to get your tickets as soon as you can get a few quid together. Get your tickets, otherwise if you go down on the night trying to pay to get in, you won't get in. You'll have to just like go for a drink in the pub next door.
Well, that's happened last time when we were at the Isle of Gladstone, and then people just chilled outside on chairs.
But strange really, we done an open air show on the 8th of August last year when things were really bad, you know, you couldn't work anywhere. And it was a fantastic night. We were in Stanley Park, and it's called the Isle of Gladstone, where we buy this big glass house thing where we entertained on this bandstand, actually standing on a bandstand. And we didn't find out till a week later till we started doing this. People were making comments. A lot of people in the houses opposite opened the windows, didn't they, the bedroom windows.
Yeah.
They were all listening. And a lot of people were sitting outside in the street on Walton Lane, I think it's called, or Stanley Park, whatever it's called, on the road outside and listening. So they got a free show, but they couldn't see the show.
Okay, we've got loads of boss questions coming in. What was your favourite football team when you were growing up?
Well, I've always been a red, really. Although, believe it or not, I changed to being a blue, I think, in about 1973. For some reason, don't know why, just for a little while, but changed back to being red straight away. Yeah. I've always admired Liverpool. That's my top team. Strangely enough, my second team, a team that I like more than anybody else, any other team, apart from Liverpool, used to be, and probably still is, Manchester City.
Oh, really? How come?
A few reasons. I used to like the way they played years ago, and also I've got friends, you know, Mike Summerby is a good mate of mine. He played for Man City, and Tony Booth, and Tommy Booth, I should say, who played for City. I've met Tommy, a good lad.
Belter, okay, let's talk to some people. Simon Barry's asked a nice question. He says, Frank, serious question. I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful. He's just being sound as, but he's curious. He says, has anyone waited for you outside a venue because you've taken the piss out of them?
Yes.
Any elaboration on that?
But what do you want to know? I mean, it'd take it all night to tell you the trouble I've had. I've had a lot of trouble around the clubs. Yeah, of course I have. I remember having a go with some fellas in Bradford in this club, and it was like a disco. And I was having a go with these fellas. I couldn't see them. They were all like bodybuilders and weightlifters and all that. Really savaging them, having a go at them. And when it came off, the DJ who was emceeing the night said, Frankie, though that lad at the front didn't like you picking on his bird, you know, he's kicking off. And I think they're going to get you. I said, okay, no problem. So he said, come out into the car park. So I went out the back into the car park, but I saw them. They came out into the car park looking for me, about 5 or 6 lads. But I kind of like just, you know, kept my head down, kind of crawled to my car, opened the car, got in the car, gone. I mean, I've escaped from loads of places.
Okay. Let's see, Frankie, you've left Liverpool and you've got the chance to support Sunderland or Newcastle. Which one would you choose? Now, I'd say be careful with be careful with this one.
Well, it's a toss-up, but really I'd support Sunderland, and I'll tell you why. Because I just mentioned Mike Summerby, a mate of mine that played for Manchester City, and that's why probably Man City are my second team. I've done loads of work in Sunderland. I've done work in Newcastle. But I've done loads of work at Roker Park where it used to be, because Nicky Summerby, that was a big star for Sunderland a few years ago, is a very close friend of mine. And I've done lots of work with Nicky. We used to go up there. And what was the other guy's name? Mickey Wright, was it? He used to play for Sunderland.
Mickey Gray.
Mickey Gray. So Mick Gray, that played for Sunderland, became a friend of mine as well. And also, more than him really, Nicky Summerby was great, fantastic when he played for Sunderland. And we used to work loads of clubs in Sunderland together. So I'd have to suppose Sunderland, I'm sorry.
Belter, okay. Interesting, Craigie boy. Mikey Summerby, your mate, was good pals with George Best. Did you ever meet George Best?
Never met George Best, although I know Mike Summerby was George Best's best man at his wedding. So they were good pals, yeah. One played for City, one for United. Never had the opportunity to meet George Best, no.
Okay. Who do you think will win the Champions League next Saturday night, City or Chelsea?
I mean, I just don't know. It's one of those things you can't really predict it, can you? I mean, thank God. You know, this is what we all forget, you see. British team's going to win. Now, anybody that saw the Eurovision Song Contest the other night...
What was it like?
It was terrible.
Why? Because
Britain got no points at all. He wouldn't give us any points at all. We got 0. I mean, it's a con job, isn't it? It's only because of Brexit, because we left Europe. The Europeans try and have a go at us, you know, trying to pull us down. Because don't forget, British music has ruled the whole world since the 60s. You know, kind of like the Beatles and stuff, the Rolling Stones and whatever, the Who. So we've ruled the whole world. I think Europe are very jealous of that. So we're in this Eurovision Song Contest, which is just a load of rubbish, you know, people coming on with feathers on their head and all that. It's way over the top.
What was the English guy?
The English guy, he was okay. I thought he was good. He didn't deserve to come last, and you could tell he was a good lad, you know, a brave lad. Even when they give him 0, he was shaking his hand and laughing and thumbs up. He was a good guy, you know. I think he was a Londoner. But no, I don't really. We've come out of Europe now. We should just go like that. Look, we don't want to be in your singing competition. They definitely, I mean, Cyprus gave all their points to Greece. Look, it's not fixed, but people in Greece are mainly, people in Cyprus are mainly Greek. There's some Turks there, but they're mainly Greek. So they're going to, you know, they're going to vote, aren't they? They're going to vote for Greece if they're Greek and they're living in Cyprus. So I'm not saying it's fixed, but they favour certain countries. And I really do believe that we lost, the United Kingdom lost. They give us no points in an attempt to try to kind of bring us down to size, humiliate us because we're so independent. We're kind of like out of Europe now. We've got our sovereignty back, and that's what we wanted.
Brilliant. Okay, as I always say, please do give us a thumb up on this vid and tell us where you're tuning in from tonight. This is a free and easy chat, 7 till 8 p.m. every Monday night with the UK's most feared Frankie
Allen.
Frankie Allen.
Don't put me on the Eurovision Song Contest, by the way.
Hey, and yeah, this is a free and easy chat, so feel free to lash some questions in, or if you just want to chat about stuff in general, feel free to do so. Paul James says, evening from Indonesia, lads.
Indonesia?
Yeah.
Great, and that's a hell of a long way from here, mate, Indonesia. Strange enough, the road next to where I live is called Java Road. That's not too far from where you are there in Indonesia.
Okay.
As you can't say.
Okay, we've got Andy Seller is a good lad, Andy Seller. He says, Frankie, will you be rusty on your first performance?
Now, that's a good point. It's an excellent question, because there's the boss here. Well, I've been asking him to set up some kind of a show that we can do before we do Blackpool, so I can run through all my material, and I'm not feeling kind of like, you know, it's not going to be obvious to people when I get on stage in Blackpool that I can work for like 15 months.
Okay. Fat George says, what are you watching Eurovision for, soft lad?
But look, you get fed up. If you sit in the house, if you're not out somewhere, what you do, I was just flicking through the channels. And when I saw the Italian thing, I mean, they're all getting tested now, aren't they? Because they reckon they might have been on drugs when they were on crazy. I just think it's funny watching some of them. Some of them are just like off the fucking heads, you know, coming on, they're getting lowered onto the stage with huge like bird feathers on their head and false noses and all. It's just over the top. It's crazy. Okay, let's see what's happening. We've got Frankie, I'm in a police station. Can you get me out? I've been done for stealing my urine sample. They charged me for taking the piss. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, mate. I can't use that. It's like, that's older than me. Is it really? Yeah. What about this one?
I bought a dog from the blacksmith today. As soon as I got him home, he made a bolt for the door. I'm quite into that one. I reckon it's half decent.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, let's see what we're saying here. We've got chicken or beef on a roast, Frank?
Chicken.
Yeah?
Yeah, chicken.
Why?
I don't know, just prefer chicken, really. Although, I've had some good roast dinners. Sometimes I get roast dinners from a Time Out cafe where I live, around there in Liverpool, Walton. And sometimes I go to my mate's pub, Johnny Todd and Kirby. They do great takeouts as well, yeah, roasts.
We got Richard Home. Good lad. He says, yes, boys, I seen you in the Italian last week. Remember, in Il Forno is right, lad. And he says, Scousers.
I remember those lads, yeah.
Actually, his name's Rickard Home.
Oh, so you?
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember your name was Terence, mate. I've got a good memory. So if it is Terence, let us know, Terence. You're a good lad.
Mate.
Evening from Kent. Hopping to attend Maidstone. Random question.
Hoping to attend.
Oh, sorry, of course. He has wrote hopping now.
Okay. So he might hop. He might hop to the
yeah, I was thinking, what the fuck? Random question. Chinese or Indian takeaway?
Oh.
Chinese for me all day.
Yeah, it's got to be Chinese for me as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Chinese. What's your favourite kind of like vibe when you eat Chinese?
I just like chicken fried rice.
Do you actually? Yeah. Sometimes you go the chippy. Now, this is an interesting one for everyone to listen to. I've heard you ordering this from the chippy, and I thought it's the weirdest order I've ever heard in my life. Rice with curry on.
Curry and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah, curry and rice, quite popular really in the north of England. I don't know whether they eat it down south. But yeah, it's great. I like it. Yeah, curry and rice. Just sometimes curry rice and chips.
What about any chicken?
Chicken fried rice or egg fried rice.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Okay, we've got Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United. That's from David Hudson. I will tell you a story, David. Sheffield Wednesday are my choice because I used to work in football for a short period of time, and I went down to visit the manager of Sheffield Wednesday. And he was the Portuguese fella who ripped up the pound note, the £20 note. If anyone can tell me who he is, yeah. And he was a good lad. And I made friends with him and the analyst there, who I can't think of his name, but he's a good lad as well. And yeah, I used to wish them all the best when they play matches and stuff like that. So great people they are. So that's why I'm. But my mate used to play for United. So, but Sheffield Wednesday, I'd pick. Any choice?
I'm going to pick Sheffield United and tell you why. It's a very strange reason. They're so low. I've worked at Sheffield Wednesday at their function room and Hillsborough, and I've also worked at Sheffield United. I actually worked at Sheffield United, and the guest speaker for the evening was Henry Cooper. Remember him? The former British boxer, the European champion, and nearly the world champion. He actually knocked Muhammad Ali out, and Ali was saved by the bell. Anyone can remember that? Henry Cooper, God rest his soul, fantastic boxer, British boxer, from London. And I worked at Sheffield United with Henry Cooper. But why I'm favouring Sheffield United is this reason. Howard Kendall, the Everton manager, and he managed a few other teams, was a great friend of mine, very close to Howard, a lovely man. And obviously he's passed away now, he's died. But he managed Sheffield United at one stage, and he done very well with Sheffield United.
Howard did, yeah?
Howard, yeah, he got them promoted, and also he got to the League Cup final. You know, he really dragged them up by the bootstraps. He done very, very well under Howard Kendall. And he used to tell me, John Bailey was there too. He took John Bailey, an Everton defender, took him to Sheffield United. And he used to tell me a lot of stories. And they loved Sheffield, you know, the people were great. But I mean, I've done lots of work in Sheffield. You know, I used to do a club called Firth Park, Dial House, the Embassy Club in Intake. The Sheffield people are great. But no, there's not much between them. You know, Wednesday and still there's two great teams, but I prefer the Blades, really, Sheffield United.
Okay, decent. Collie Brown is saying another Monday driving up the road, listening to the Scouse lads. Top man, Collie Brown, you're a good lad. We've got Fat George who says he'll be on the front row in Blackpool. Any chance of heckling me, please? Now, Fat George, I've got a question for you, mate, right? Because this baffled me. Now, there was one seat left on the front row, okay? Did you take that seat? Because every single other seat was taken in the venue, and I was thinking, who the fucking hell has bought one single seat? Yeah. It
was a free seat because we thought nobody wants to sit in that seat because they know they're going to be a target. So,
Yeah.
George, have you taken that seat? Because if you have, and I look at you and it's you, obviously, if you call yourself Fat George, you must have a bit of beef on you. So if I see it's you, especially if you're sitting on 2 seats, then I'll leave it alone, mate.
Did you mention Henry Cooper then?
Yeah.
Why does everyone keep saying splash it all over?
Well, Henry Cooper was a fantastic boxer.
Mm.
Anyone who's old enough to remember, or any boxing fans will know, he put Muhammad Ali down, who was undefeated at the time, and he was supposed to be the greatest boxer of all time. Our Henry hit him, give him a left hook, put him down for about 7 or 8 seconds. He was saved by the bell.
Who's this he hit?
Muhammad Ali.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Put him out. He was gone. He
Mm.
took him back to his corner. The bell went and saved Ali. And then Ali's corner cut his gloves.
Okay.
They know they did. It's not a kind of like fable. They really did cut his gloves and took his glove off as though it fell off, and it was all that, just to get a few more extra minutes. So that he could kind of wake up, from being knocked out by Henry. And then Ali won on points because Henry Cooper had a tendency to bleed. Anyone can remember, cut very, very easily. And he started cutting and he started cutting again. And he bled and he bled and he bled and he had to stop the fight. And the second fight at Tails Court that he had, Henry Cooper and Muhammad Ali, he had a return. And Ali won that one only because of Henry's cuts as well. But he should have been the world champion. He knocked Muhammad Ali out, really. Fantastic boxer, Henry Cooper. Now, he splashed it all over.
Yeah, everyone can see it. Brute, splash it all over. Go ahead.
Splash it all over. There used to be an advert in the 70s, and there was a fellow motorcycles champion, Speedway, called Barry Sheen. And him and Henry Cooper used to come on, and they'd get Brute aftershave. They were advertising on the telly. And they'd go, yeah. Henry Cooper would go, yeah, splash it all over, yeah. Barry, this is what you want, mate. This is what you want. Brute, you want to get some Brute? And put this aftershave all over him. People used to take the piss out of that ad, yeah.
Why did they take the piss out of it? Was it mad?
Yeah, I knew a few comedy acts that used to do Barry Sheen and Henry Cooper in the act. This guy in a duo called Union Jack, Mike Woolley, his name was. He put sunglasses on and a towel on his head. He used to come out and go, yeah. I'm Henry Cooper. I woke up this morning, gave the old bag a few punches. Then she got up and made me breakfast. Little gags like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Decent. Okay.
So that's what it's for, Brute. It was advertising Brute aftershave. BRUT.
Okay, Belter, as I always say, free and easy chat. Feel free to put your questions in. And Callum Adams has said, he's on YouTube. He says, has anyone actually ever got annoyed at one of your gigs or kicked off or shown physical violence?
Well, yeah, look, I'm tired of telling people this. I've been filled in. I've been almost killed on stage. I've been stabbed, been dragged off stage. I've been chased off stage. I've been in a car with 3 strippers. I've been chased through the countryside 100 miles an hour down little B roads by fellas who were trying to get me. I've had a lot of trouble, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why everyone keeps asking.
Keith O'Donnell says, that is the best Henry Cooper impression I've ever heard.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, this segues into something that a lot of people didn't know. Before I was Frankie Allen, I used to be called Marty Allen, and I was never a comic. I did a comedy act, but I used to do impressions.
What were the impressions of?
The impressions started out doing Hugh Green, anyone remembers him from Opportunity Knocks, Cliff Richard, Magnus Pike and David Bellamy, the botanist that's on this whole, basically all these plants and creepy quarries. David Bellamy, Magnus Pike, David Bellamy, Carl Malden from the Streets of San Francisco show that was on in the 80s, Michael Douglas, all the gangsters, James Stewart, all the cowboys, John Wayne, James Cagney, Edward G. Robinson, Kirk Douglas, David Attenborough. I had about 35 impressions, but I don't do them anymore.
Brilliant. Gary says there was 3 strippers in the car. Did you get their numbers?
I knew them anyway. I always worked. In the 80s and 90s, there was thousands of strip shows all over the UK, and I was on a lot of them, like 90% of them, yeah.
Nice one. Someone's saying, creepy crawlies, laugh out loud.
Basically, all these creepy crawlies.
Yeah, nice one. Fat George is actually Big Key.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and by the way, lad and dad, the text us, it was Carlos Carvajal, who was the Sheffield Wednesday manager. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Nice one, mate. So we've got loads of questions coming in. As I always say, please do put any questions you would like in. And there's a legend in here called David Regan. He says, good to see you at the gym the other day. Get yourself in shape and you'll have all birds all over you. That's the reason I go, haha. Now, tell everyone about what happened with the gym.
Well, look, I don't go to the gym. I'm not like one of these gym rats. I'm not trying to be like Peter Andre. But because everyone, I'm so fed up during the daytime, Will said, come along to the gym, just go in the pool. So we went to the pool. It was like a bit of a hot tub thing, the jacuzzi effect. And went in the sauna, went in the Russian, the steam baths. Really enjoyed it, thought it was great. And I want to go again.
Belter. And we saw David Regan there. He's a good lad.
We saw Dave Regan there. I had a good chat with Dave, and he's a good lad. And he's always watching these lives. And Dave Regan, no, I don't think he's any relation to Ronald Reagan, who used to be the president.
Nice one. Are tickets still available for Blackpool? Yes, Mark. There's about 20% of tickets left. I think, no, just less than 20%, maybe 15% of tickets left. That means that you should still buy them now, but they'll be sold out very soon. So above or below this video, in the description, it will say, come and see Frankie live with a link, or just type in Frankie Allen Blackpool into Google. They'll be straight on there. I would try and get them ASAP. Unfortunately, the tickets left are round the back and the sides.
You're not going to get the front tickets like Fat George got now. You're going to be not restricted view, but you're going to be at the back.
Yeah, but
there'll still be good seats.
Yeah, get them and get yourself along. Loads of boss questions coming in. Really appreciate this, people. Frankie, what's your favourite age range for an audience, if you have one, and why?
Well, the age range for an audience, really, for me, has got to be 20 to 40.
Okay, why?
Basically, because lads in the 20s, when you're young, you really don't give a fuck about things, do you? Now, anyone that's old, if I pick on someone that's old in a crowd, young people think it's hilarious because they can never imagine in a million years that they're going to get old. So they just think it's funny that someone's old. If I see someone and go, all right, mate, where are you going? If somebody gets up and goes to the toilet and I go, hey, mate, this isn't the shortcut to the cemetery. Where the fuck are you going? Old people don't like it, you see. And other older people, I've got like a bit of empathy, sympathy for them. I go, he shouldn't be saying that, Like he's having to go with that fella saying he's going to be dead next year and he's the same age as me. But young people don't give a fuck. You can say anything to a young person. They like you taking the piss out of the mates. So, yeah, 20 to 40, I'd say.
Okay, let's see what people are saying. We've got, all right, lads. This one is from Steve Janeway Smith. All right, lads, how busy will you be compared to other years? Is it all kicking off? Now, I'll just
good question.
Good question. I'll just take the start of that, Steve. So obviously we were on a bit of a roll in 2020 when things were, really, really taking off. And the first 9 shows of the year, we were on kind of a real upward trajectory. Frank was a little bit worried that things might have tailed off. We decided to take a bit of a risk and go into bigger venues, higher spec venues, so higher production level and all the rest of it. And thankfully, thanks to all of you guys and all of your support, the tickets have flown out. So
the tickets have flown out, but we didn't know. Don't forget last year, we had to kind of like put a lot of the shows in kind of suspended animation, just stop them all. And people had bought tickets for shows. And obviously we had to postpone them, then postpone them again with every government directive. When the government came on, I said, oh no, we can't get back to normal. Brought in a second lockdown, and we've done about 4 or 5 shows, and they brought the second one in. That nearly killed us in every way. But now that the scientists are saying that the Pfizer vaccine and AstraZeneca both work against the Indian variant, everyone, there's 60 million people in the UK now, not 60 million, I think 40 million people have received 1 dose and 20 million have received both. So the 60 million shots have been given out to people in the UK. So they're injecting people now 18 to 30 and 32 and whatever. So we're doing fantastic, better than any other country in the world, thanks to our great scientists in Cambridge, or Oxford, I should say, the AstraZeneca virus. So it looks as though we're almost at the finish line. So we're just keeping our fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong between now and June 21.
Nice one. Yes, we will have a good chat with some people in here now. We've got 3/4 of the way through this chat. Free and easy chat, as we always do, with myself, Will, and the UK's most feared comedian, Frankie Allen, on a Monday night. What we'd love for all of you guys to do is, if you're watching this on the replay, please comment replay. But if you're watching it live or you're watching it on the replay, please tell us where you are tuning in from tonight and ask us some questions. If you do want to get any tickets to go and see Frankie live, you either go to frankieallen.co.uk, you go to skiddle.com and type in Frankie Allen, or just go on Google Frankie Allen, or you can click the link that's above or below this video that says come to see Frankie Allen live. Okay, we've got Will, question for me. He says, Craigie Boy says, have you been working on your opening lines as the MC as you'll be first up on the mic? Craig, I'll be totally honest with you, mate. Not really, purely due to the fact that I've been crazy busy with work. But what I might do in a couple of days before the show is have a little bit of a think about that and see. Yeah, it's just I prefer having a bit of banter with people and just going off the cuff. You know, it's different. I more or less have a chat with people rather than telling any jokes. Let's see. Are you going to be doing more comedy from now on with bigger venues and not just comparing? Interesting question. What do you think of that?
Well, I think he should. He doesn't like me speaking about it, but Will used to be a comic called Vinnie Allen. And he hates being reminded of it. But he's still got fans now, and he's been packed in for about 3 or 4 years. So really, he should do a few little gags because he's a great comic.
I've been packed in for 10 years.
It's not 10 years, Will.
It is. 10 years.
Is it?
10 years, and I only did it for 8 months, yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, he should revive it now. And he should be a comic, but he won't do. But he should at least do a couple of gags because he's very good at delivering gags and he has some great material.
Okay, here's a boss one from Rob Random who says, America has confirmed UFOs are real. Does Frankie believe in them? Now, I showed you this the other day, didn't I?
We mean you no harm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't think we're the only people in the universe. There's lots of stuff going on, a lot of ghosts, paranormal things that we don't understand. So I don't know who's to say, you know, who's to say that there's not.
No, they've confirmed it's real.
Well, they confirmed it. Well, I don't know what proof have they got. I don't know.
You've got the Tic Tac thing.
Yeah, is that a genuine video?
Yeah, it's a genuine video. For some reason, I don't understand why the video looks like it does. For anyone who's seen it, it's a UFO shaped like a Tic Tac, moving proper weird.
Well, why do they wait all this time to come out now and announce that? I don't really know what's going on. I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. UFO, you fuck off.
Belter.
That was the name of a movie that Chubby Brown made a few years ago.
Was it actually?
UFO, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was filmed in Blackpool.
Darren Drodge says, when are you coming down the south coast, Bournemouth or Southampton?
We're going to...
the nearest to there, unfortunately, is Swindon.
Oh, yeah, because we booked in Portsmouth, but they wouldn't let us come to Portsmouth.
They wouldn't let us come to Plymouth.
Plymouth, the local council banned us or something, you know. So.
Or Bournemouth or Southampton we'll definitely try and get to.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would love you to get to Barnsley, Simon Shaw's saying.
We did Barnsley Football Club last year, 18 months ago. Had a great night there. And yeah, I'd like to go back to Barnsley.
Belter. Craig Percival saying, all right, lads, what's happening, Craig? Hope you're good. Paul Plaskett in the chat, as usual. Hi, Will. How are you getting on with the merchandise? Rooting for you all. Yes, the merchandise will be coming for you very soon. And I look forward to getting that out. I look forward to seeing everyone with the Root t-shirt on. What do you think of that one?
That's going to be fantastic. You know, very embarrassing for me, of course, but it will be great for sales.
Do you think so? What would you think it should say on it? Just look at the Root on him?
Yeah, something like that. You know, it's just fucking ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I haven't got a big root. Whatever you call it, root is your penis. I haven't got a big one. Just average size. What the fuck's it all about?
Well, everyone's into it. Look at the Root on him. It's the shouting. Right. Richard saying, any chance of a gig in Southport in the not too distant future? Unfortunately, Richard, Southport Theatre has closed down, so I don't really understand what the fuck is going on there.
Yeah, but, well, if you want to, you would scoot up to Blackpool, not too far from you.
Okay. Jeff Holcroft says, Will, any announcements about the North East yet? Mate, the announcement will either be on Thursday at the end of this week or Tuesday at the start of next week. I haven't decided yet, but there will certainly be an announcement. It just depends on how quick I can get this sorted. Simon's asking, can I get in touch about a booking? Yes, certainly, mate. Just Google, not Google, just email bookings@frankieallen.co.uk and you can get that sorted on there. Are you mates with Pete Price? That's from Gary Ormiston.
Gary Ormiston. I haven't seen him for a few years, actually a couple of years, but I know Peter Price. Yeah, Pete Price.
I met him at Mickey Finn's funeral. He was sound.
Yeah, he's a good lad, and he's been going a long time. You know, as a DJ, great DJ, and he's a great comedian as well. Very good comedian, Pete Price as well. Good lad, yeah. Pete Price. He's still on the radio now. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favourite fish and chip shop, Frankie and Will?
I haven't really got a favourite fish and chip shop. I just kind of like, I don't know, go to different ones.
Okay, let's see. What gets me is a UFO flies 1 million miles through space, dodging all debris and old satellites, and crashes into a tree on Earth. Now, I didn't see that, mate. What do you mean? The UFO just crashed into a tree? And have they got it? Because I haven't seen this online, if that's the case. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay. Lady outside the pub asked me, do you have a light cock? And I said, well, it floats in the bath. I'm into that one, Andy. What do you reckon? If anyone's got any other jokes, please feel free to put them in and we will rate them. So, like, we will say, what would you give that out of 10? I give that a solid 8. That
I got a 5.
what's it mean, a light cock?
You know, light as if, you know, heavy, or the opposite to heavy.
What does he? What? Have you got a light cock?
No, have you got a match? Have you got a light a cigarette?
Oh, but was he saying cock in the way forward?
Cock. People in Wigan call each other cock.
Okay.
You're right, cock. How you doing, cock?
Yeah.
So if you're in Wigan and you ask someone for a light, you say, have you got a light, cock?
Yeah.
And that's what
you would use that.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
I reckon it's a belter.
Terrible. It's absolute
it's an absolute belter.
Absolute crap.
It floats in the bath. What an absolute shout. Hi, Frankie. Do you love Tommy Cooper from Robin Hudson?
I was a big fan of Tommy Cooper's when he was alive. Never got the opportunity to go and see him, but I saw him on the TV and he was brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, Ian Bogle says he can't wait to see you on Father's Day, Frank. Fill people in.
It's going to be great.
What is it?
I hope I'm not filling people in on the day. Father's Day at the Grand Central in Liverpool. It's going to be a fantastic night. So we're really looking forward to it, yeah.
Tickets will be above or below in the description of this video. The best chippy is the Grosvenor pub, Grosvenor Road, Aintree. Anna's by the Grosvenor pub, sorry.
No, not Grosvenor, Grosvenor. Yes, it's silent, Grosvenor.
Okay. Let's see what we've got here.
Grosvenor.
What goes in hard and dry and comes out wet and soft?
Chewing gum.
Yeah.
I can see the answer.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. Let's see. Who would Frankie have to roast him on a show?
Oh, that's a weird one. Don't know really. Maybe Jimmy Kilvington, our sport comedian. He can take the piss out of the audience. He could give, and he knows a lot about me as well. So he'd have plenty of material to throw.
I've actually got a good show.
Or Will could do it.
I know it would be excellent. I know it would be excellent, Charlie. Young Dave.
Young Dave as well.
Some of the shouts that he has.
You know, he's very funny with the things he says. So, yeah.
I mean, he's got that classic shout that he has. You've got a face like an elephant's knee.
Yeah. Well, he could have a go. You know, anybody that knows a little bit about me could probably savage me. Yeah, belter. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. Get in there, Frankie. Thoughts on Johnny Vegas? This from Matt Pickles. I'm enjoying his glancing program at the moment. Yeah. Well, I don't know Johnny Vegas. I've never met him, although a mate of mine, Tommy Nash, is a friend of his. He knows him.
Is he?
Yeah, he knows Johnny Vegas, yeah. So I've never seen him working live. He's done very well for himself in all the TV shows and things, so you can't take that away from me. But he seems like a nice lad. Oh,
it's glamping that he's doing. Fair play to him. Okay. Have you ever ripped any famous people at a gig?
Yes. Yes, I have. Do you want to know who it is?
Go ahead.
It was that couple I had trouble with, you know.
Oh, no, don't tell them who it is then, yeah.
Well, they used to do a show a few years ago on the telly in the morning, a husband and wife team.
Sorry, I'm not trying to say to everyone, oh, don't tell them who it is, because I don't want you to know. Yeah. I just don't want Frank to get in any trouble for saying.
I'm not going to get into trouble. I'm just going to say it was a couple that I had to go and they were a husband and wife team on TV in the mornings.
Okay, decent. Jamie's just said, you could say this to an audience member, you weren't born, you were hatched.
No, that's fucking terrible, mate.
Cy Burrows says, have you met Chubby Brown? And do you think you'll be touring at the same age?
Well, yeah, Chubby Brown is a very close friend of mine. He's a great guy. When you meet Chubby Brown, you'll be pleasantly surprised. He's not big-headed, doesn't think he's big time. He's one of the lads. You know, he's just, last time I saw Roy was, we've been working somewhere and he was on the Liverpool Empire Theatre, and me and young Dave, strangely enough, who worked in the Empire Theatre himself for many years, worked in Granada TV. He knew Roy Chubby Brown's manager as well, so we went backstage, we went up, we saw Roy, and he's a lovely lad, and I think the world of Roy's a great guy, and yeah, I think, yeah, probably, hopefully, like all of us, we're all getting older. Even if you're 19, 20, there's got to be one day when you're 70, there's got to be one day when you're 80. So, yeah, you know, and the good thing about being a comedian, I've always said, is there's nothing really that physical in it. You're not digging holes in the street. You're not on a demolition thing where once you get to 50 or something, people say, you'll have to retire, or if you're 60, you can't drive anymore. When you're a comic, all you got to do is stand there with a microphone and speak. So as you get older and older, you can work. Look at Ken Dodd. Ken Dodd was working on tours all over the UK when he was 90.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, decent. I'm still buzzing off that light cock thing. Frankie, do you ever remember Dougie Small? Don't know who that is.
Excuse me, Dougie Small. I think so. I think he was a comic. Yeah.
Okay, decent. Let's see what we've got. Neil Armstrong is coming in from the Philippines.
Now, Neil Armstrong, were you the first man on the moon? Strangely enough, when we're working in Liverpool on Father's Day in the Grand Central, Neil Armstrong, who was the first man on the moon on the 21st of June, 1969, right? He's actually appeared at Grand Central Hall in Liverpool speaking about religion and things and whatever. Yeah, he became a bit religious. So yeah, Neil Armstrong, very famous name you've got there, mate.
Nice one. What are you doing out in the Philippines, Neil? Let us know. Are you living there or what are you up to? So we have got just less than 10 minutes left in the chat. What we want to know from you guys is, first of all, where you are tuning in from tonight, whether it be Manchester, Glasgow, whether it be London. You let us know. Plymouth, Portsmouth, wherever you are in the UK. We want to know because we want to take the Frankie Allen Road Show to your city, town, venue, wherever the fuck it is. We want to get to every area of the UK. We want to make sure it's all covered. And we just like to have a free and easy chat with you. But please do get this video shared, give it a thumb up and all the rest of it. And if you want to buy tour tickets, do you think they should come and buy tickets for the tour?
You want to buy tour tickets wherever you are, and why don't you kind of like wherever you are, like some of the Scottish lads, just come down to Blackpool for the weekend, stay over. Last time we done Blackpool, we done the Central Pier, and that was fantastic. And during that time, there was something going on a little bit different. Scotland was a little bit different than England, and I think it was dry at the time. You couldn't get a drink in Scotland, so a lot of the lads came down from Glasgow and Edinburgh.
Oh yeah, it was mad that. Remember when they stopped the bevies there?
They stopped drinking in Scotland. So a lot of the lads came down from Edinburgh and Glasgow and Dundee and places, and they came to our show in Blackpool. It was great. Nice
one. We got Gary saying he's in Bromsgrove. Hurry up to Redditch, mate. I can't wait to announce that Redditch date. It's in the diary. I've got it sealed, so look forward to that. Lee Wood tuning in from Mansfield. Alan Bates is near mate of yours. He says, looking good, guys.
Alan Bates is a great friend of mine. It is the same Alan Bates from St. Helens. And is it?
I think so.
Alan Bates, I used to work with our Dave. Alan Bates, a former doorman, bounced around the clubs for many, many years, owned different pubs around St. Helens, and he's a legend in St. Helens. Alan Bates, very good friend of mine. Give us a ring, Al, if you can.
Is it the same Alan Bates? Let us know. We've got Jordan who says the Globe Theatre has just opened back up in Stockton-on-Tees. Big acts have been confirmed. It'd be good to see you up here. Jordan, the only problem with the Globe Theatre in Stockton-on-Tees, I think it's like 2,500 capacity or something crazy. So, mate,
might be a bit big for us.
If we could sell that many tickets, we'd have a fucking swimming pool and I'd have a Ferrari outside. So, if you can make it happen, then make it happen. But I don't think so.
We were up there a couple of years ago, room 21 in Stockton, a great crowd there.
Oh, sorry, it's not Alan Bates that you're talking about. He's the hypnotist.
Oh, Alan Bates, the hypnotist.
Yeah.
Well, Alan Bates, the hypnotist. I haven't seen him for years. Alan, I've still got your book that you gave me in 1989 in the Napoleon Club.
Go on.
In Manchester. Alan was in the club one night.
No, I'm pretty sure that when we did the show years ago in Putin Vicks,
Alan was there. Yeah, he was.
Right?
Alan was there. That was only about 3 years ago. We got Gary Steiner on the bill as well.
Yeah.
That's the one. Alan, drop us an email, mate, and we'll get in touch, see if we can hook up. Glad you've come on, mate. You're a fucking good lad and a great hypnotist. Anybody doesn't know him, Alan Bates, legendary hypnotist.
Peter, any news on the Middleton gig? I just got the date confirmed today. The deal will be signed within the next couple of days. I hope to announce it by next week. We'll see what we can do for you. Let's see what people are saying. Alan's saying, yes, that's correct. Good lad. Let's see what we've got. The Brindley Theatre in Runcorn holds about 500 capacity. See you there. I'll have to have a look at that. Fat George, aka Big Keith. We've got Malvern in Worcestershire. Loads of people. We've got, oh, excuse me. Neil says he's living in Philippines here, building houses with other Scousers. What a legend.
Can't believe that, can you? Scousers in the Philippines. Got to be a joke in there.
Hey. Dan Timo coming in from Belle Vale. Eugene coming in from Northern Ireland. They keep asking, was you ever in Brookie, Frank?
Never in Brookside, I'm sorry, no.
Okay. Andy Seller says, who is the most famous person you have ever met?
Strange one, that. Probably Tim Witherspoon, who's the obviously former world heavyweight champion boxer.
Okay. Let's see what this helmet's saying.
Marvin Hagler, met Marvin Hagler as well. And Sugar Ray Leonard.
This is hilarious. Someone's coming. That man with the stupid teeth is a danger.
Okay.
My friend works at a hotel where he was doing stand-up. Not very funny at all. And he was kissing that other boy. Now, mate, I am Frankie's son. So who the fuck are you, first of all? Coming on like a troll. Like doing a million messages.
I was kissing the boy. Hey, mate. So, go and fuck off. You fucking dickhead. You're getting banned.
What a weird troll.
You're just a fucking plank, mate. Go and fuck yourself.
Let's see. Frankie, have you got a photographic memory?
Yes.
Okay, decent. What else is happening here? Frankie, you have an amazing memory. That's from Keith O'Donnell.
I've got a great memory. And that's why I can speak 5 languages fluently. People, they love to judge. People are very kind of like... what's the word? They love to be prejudiced, not prejudiced, prejudge. They like to prejudge people, don't they? And they see someone, they see me on the stage, a comic and all that, swearing and whatever, telling blue jokes, and they think he's just a fucking idiot. And that's very far from the truth. A lot of comics are clever guys. Fair play. No joke, been here for years, Neil. Come over, we'll take you to the best golf course in Asia. Mate, I would love to, but... try and get us some work out there, mate.
I don't know whether Frank would be able to do that with his feet flying.
Yeah.
Liverpool, this is from Ian Bogle, the greatest city. Going to see you live in Liverpool. I've wanted to see you for way too long. Thanks to my gorgeous girlfriend, Anne-Marie. She did book it for 2 of us, but she can't hold her own water, especially now, being 4.5 months pregnant.
Okay.
What a legend your girlfriend is, mate, and really look forward to seeing you in Liverpool. What a vibe that would be.
It's got to be a fantastic night. You've got to be there.
Okay. A few more questions coming through. We've got, what's orange and sounds like a parrot?
Hello?
A carrot. Mark Bailey says, have you decided how you're travelling to the Isle of Man?
Yeah, I'm going to take a little boat. Strangely enough, this is a weird one, this. Very strange, you should say that. I'm terrified of flying, everybody knows. Now, I got hypnotised by a fellow called Phil Steele, who's a hypnotist in a Port of Liverpool building, and he hypnotised me 6 or 7 sessions, and I managed to get it together, and I flew to Tenerife, entertained people in the Sky Bar out there, and flew back, 9 hours altogether, all told. It was great. I'm still very nervous. I'm going to the Isle of Man. I will fly, but I'll probably have to get hypnotised again. Now, 1 year, I remember being up in Whitehaven, anyone up there on the coast, Workington, Whitehaven, in the Lake District, Cumbria, and I was talking to a couple of guys in this club, and they were fishermen, and they were saying to me, I was saying, fucking hell, I'm working in the Isle of Man next week, I'm dreading flying. He said, you know what, if you would have told us, we would have took you over there, because Whitehaven, you can sail over to the Isle of Man. He said, I would have took you over on our trawler, it's only half an hour. Isn't that weird? Whitehaven's not far from the Isle of Man. Belter,
okay. Where did you first meet Ricky Hatton, Frankie?
I met Ricky Hatton one night, a friend of mine called Stevie Heaton. Now, Stevie Heaton's a very close friend of mine, done thousands of jobs with Stevie, known him for about 20 years, and he's a good lad, Manchester lad, he's a hard lad, and he's been Ricky Hatton's best mate since they were kids. They used to train together and whatever, and I was doing a club in Manchester. Ricky came in the club with Stevie Heaton, got to know the two of them. Stevie Heaton runs a pub in Hattersley called the Hare Hill Tavern. Pretty sure it'll be open now. I'll have to go up and see him, calling him, see Steve. He's a great lad. And we've done thousands of shows there, me and Stevie and Ricky. And when Ricky's had a few drinks, the last time we were there about 18 months ago, we were all having a few drinks and sitting there. And when Ricky gets a bit drunk, he loves to sing Benny Hill's song, Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. and he sings it. He knows every word. Unbelievable.
Brilliant. So, look, that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Massive thank you to you all for tuning in. If you have watched this on the replay, please comment replay so we know who watched it live and who watched it on the replay. But if you have watched it live or you're still with us now, please tell us where you have tuned in from tonight. It goes a hell of a long way for letting us know where we need to organise our UK tour dates. Massive, massive thank you to you all for tuning in. Who's this helmet? There's just a troll who just keeps coming up with new fucking stupid names. Yeah,
what's saying that?
Just absolute stupid stuff. He's just an absolute helmet. But listen, massive thank you to you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it all. Andy Scheller says, I've thoroughly enjoyed this hour with you two. You have uplifted me. Massive thank you. Loads of people saying, awesome. Cheers, lads. Keep them laughing, Frankie. Massive thank you.
Everybody tune in next week. Same time, same place. Next Monday, 7 o'clock. We'll be here. So make a note in your diary and we'll have a good chat.
Brilliant. And
be careful out there. Everyone be safe. We're not out the woods yet completely. So watch yourselves. You know, don't be getting too close to anybody.
And yeah, massive thank you to you all for tuning in. If you do want to get tickets to come and see Frankie live, it will be above or below this video. There is a link and you can go and buy your tickets on there. Tickets for Blackpool nearly sold out. Tickets for Liverpool nearly sold out. Huddersfield sold out. Manchester sold out. And really look forward to seeing you all at a show soon. So, top guys, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.
Everybody, look after yourself. God bless.
Nice one.